Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. Today we are going to be making, I don't know what we're going to call these, pockets. Pockets with hidden journaling. So I was inspired by something I saw on My Porch Prints, and this is something that's comparable. I am using my digitals on it, and we are going to make this is a pocket. So we've already made these pockets. These tags in another video. We're not making the tags. We're only making this pocket unit, okay? So this is a pocket right here for a tag. This opens down to be hidden journaling space. And then this is another pocket for a tag. So we're making this. We've already made this. Check out my video where I did the masterboard video, and that's where I made all of these tags and tickets and, you know, all these fun things. So this one is a pocket that goes here. The whole thing gets glued into a journal or put in a pocket or put in a side tuck, put behind a belly band, but it has this really cool clip, and I'm sure a lot of you have these clips. You can use the Tim Holtz ones. These I happened to get on Temu a while ago, and then this is a pocket here, and then I've included one of my digitals. I showed my digitals in yesterday's video. Here's some of them. I've already cut this sheet up, but if you go to my website, Elemental Energies with Chrisanne.com, and go into it's called Elemental Art or something like that. It's Elemental something. I should know. But that's where it has my printables, and this is called Timeless, and there is a free one that you can print off as well. This one's 18 sheets in this one. So we're gonna make these. And I have a whole bunch of cut up paper already, and I have some that isn't cut up. So we're just going to mass make a bunch of these. That's the back. This, I'm going to go between gluing some of these in, and if you glue it in, you know, this way, even though this is here, glue around this. Actually, no, I wouldn't glue it in because I want to remove this. You know, I would probably put it behind a belly band or a corner tuck. I'm always making all these pockets and things. This is something you can put in a pocket. Because of this, actually, I wouldn't glue it in now that I think about it. But let's get started on what it is that you need to do. So I need 3 pieces of paper to create the structure. So let me remove these. So 3 pieces of paper are here. So one is, and this is all in inches. One is a 3x4 piece of paper, one is a 3x6 piece of paper, and one is a 3x8 piece of paper. So I happen to have a whole bunch of those pre-cut. This is very, very basic. You're having your 3x4, you're folding it in half. You have your 3x6, you fold it in half. You have your 3x8, you fold it in half. Now, to make this even easier, let me show you my trick. I'm using these. So these are already 6x8. This is just a sticker that got stuck to this. I don't know why. I'll show this one. So this is a 6x8. I cut it in half. I do have to cut, these Bo Benny ones have this sort of weird piece up here at the top. You do have to cut that off. It is perforated. So once you cut that off right on the line, it is 6x8. So if you cut it in half, you get 2 to make these. This one is 6x6. So I've already got this one. I have hair everywhere. So I've already got this accomplished. I've already got this accomplished. And for this one, you can either cut this one down to 4, or you can cut this one down and get 4 3x4s. Okay, so I'm using these. The math is easy. Cut it in half, cut it in half, cut it in half this way, and then cut it in half that way. There you go. You got it done. And a lot of these Bow Bunny ones, they sort of work well together. So these are the Joann ones, which you better hurry up and go get it if you want them. This is the Hobby Lobby one. I did go to Michael's yesterday. I will be doing a Michael's haul. What an awesome haul I'm going to be doing. I'm going to do a video on it. So let me get started by putting all of these together. So I have a stack of these. So I did come in and I did do notch holes in 2 and I corner rounded all 4. So let's get started. So I have this set that's already here. So this is my 3x4, my 3x6, and my 3x8. All of these got folded in half. That's it. Just fold it up, fold it up, fold it up. Now, you can see there is a right and a wrong side when you fold them in half. So you figure out which side works for you. Next thing I did was I corner rounded the tops. I didn't corner round the bottom, purely by choice. You do what works for you. You want to do all 4 corners? Go for it. I'm just trying to be a little bit different than some of the other things that I do. And I used a different part of my corner rounder because I don't use this one that often. Next thing I did is I inked around. Oh, I got to do my notch holes first. There's always a something. You can do both if you want. I chose to just do the front one. And I'm only doing the notch hole on the very front and the very back piece. And I'm only doing 1 of each. Now, I don't need to do one on this one. Now I can come and I can do some inking. And do some there. I'll just do a little bit here. And then I do want to get that right there. Let's do that. Now this one, I want to do the outside. And then I want to open it up and I want to do the inside as well. This is going to be that journaling spot. And this just gets held together with that, the clip. There. And then let's do this one. And you do papers according to what your journal theme is, what your passions are for your journal. There, let me just do a little bit more here. And then I'm going to do some here. There. Okay, now let's glue these together. So let's start with this back one. So this is going to be a pocket for a tag. So we only need to glue up these 2 sides. And make that a pocket. I have another light going here. Let me know. Let me know what you think. I have been working on this lighting situation. I think I got it. I think. I hope. I hope. So I do want these matched up right here. So I am going to, yep, I like that as my front. So I'm going to add glue all over the back of this one, because this is getting glued to this, and I kind of tap it to get it even. Make sure it's even everywhere, because this is going to flip open. And then the last one I'm going to do is I'm going to glue together this one like a pocket. So we're going to glue these sides. And once that is glued, then I'm going to glue it to this. If I wanted to turn this into another pocket, I could. It's going to be quite bulky, and I do want to have this for journaling. So I'm just going to attach this whole thing to the front. Clean off some of that glue. And that's it. That's the structure. Super, super simple. And that's what holds it together. If you prefer to use a little paper clip, let me grab my little paper clips. Watch everything fall on me. You can do one of the little paper clips instead. I might do one of the little paper clips on one of the other ones that I make. Now, if you want to decorate, I have some of my printables. Oh, there's some flowers. I'm going to do that one. This is a piece from that one. So let's trim this one down. Let me see. Yep, that's going to fit. And I use all the little parts and pieces of my printables. So, oh, cute. Okay, now I want to round the corners on this one. And it's thinner paper, but it's working. Let me throw these little bits away. Oh, my son's coming in. Cassie Rose is in the other room barking at him, announcing his grand entrance. He wants rice pudding. He's like, can you make rice pudding? Yes, I can make rice pudding. And we have a ton of food allergies, so we cannot go to the store and just buy rice pudding because we're gluten-free and dairy-free. So it's been a while, actually, since I've made rice pudding. So the Highness is getting rice pudding tonight. I told him I want to make chocolate rice pudding because I like the chocolate one. He's like, well, I like the vanilla one. So we may be getting chocolate tonight, vanilla another night. So there's that. Let's add some bling. I have this. I love this bling. And I got this one at Hobby Lobby quite a long time ago. But it just adds to the fun of everything. I know, it kind of finishes it, I think. And, whoops. And this glue dries fairly quickly. So there's that. Let's add some of these tags. These aren't the ones that are going to be staying in here. But just to show you what it will look like when you get your tags in it. There. And then you can open it up like this. And there's your journaling right there. And it won't interfere too much with this one tag being here. You know, this, it's a little lumpy, but it's not too bad, actually. It's perfectly fine for, even if you wanted to just journal right here. And if you're going to have this be something you can take in and out of your journal, it will be fine to lean on something. So, we've got two made. Let's keep going. Let's get a bunch made. I have a bunch already picked out over here of papers. So, you know what? This feels like it needs a better crease. So once again, it's 3 by 4, 3 by 6, 3 by 8. And let's do the larger one for this one. Dump those out. My garbage bag is right here. And I just picked out arbitrary papers that I had in those books. But feel free to use leftover papers that you may have kind of laying around. We all have those papers. I'm going to do the notch hole. Make sure this is going the direction I want it in, and it is. And then this one I thought was so cute. And I'm going to have this be part of my mass make March because I'm getting a bunch done. And I like to have a bunch of things done anyways, because when I sit down to do a journal, I like to have a bunch of things to pick from to put in the journal. There are times I just never seem to have enough things. Even though it appears I'm making a ton of things, because a lot of the stuff I'm making with you guys, it appears that I'm having a ton. I sit down to make it and I'm like, I need a ton more. I like to fill my journals up. I typically do one large signature in my books. If you watched my whole saga with my my witchy journal that I made in October, I did 3 very large signatures in that. And I like to do one large signature in my other journals. That was a massive, 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 massive journal. Huge. It was fun to make, but it was massive. There. Okay, let's create this as a pocket. So I typically do one signature in my regular journals. And yes, I want this in the front. But even though it's one signature, on average, there's a lot of pages. I messed that all up. I do 12 to 20 pages, not pages in the journal, but actual papers that I create it with. So you times that times 4, and that's how many pages are in the journal. So they're large journals. And I make them with cereal boxes, so that's how big they are. There, that's even. And then this one's cut a little wonky, it looks like. Not a shocker. There. And let's see. Oh, I like that one. Nope. And for this one, I'm going to use one of these. Let's clip it over here. There. It's another option. Let's cut this down. And you know what? If I cut it right, I can get 2 out of this one. Because I don't need a very large piece. I'm going to trim this one all up. Oh, actually, that's cut. So let's cut that one there. Now, I know this is too large that way. Oops. So let's cut that down, and then let me measure. Oh yeah, that's too big. Still a hair too big for me. There. I like that. Which means this one's going to be a hair too big. Let me cut that one down. Looks like it needs to be trimmed everywhere. There. I don't know if that's still a little big, but we'll worry about that when I get to the next one. I don't have to put one of these on every single one. I'm going to do this one in the smaller corner rounder. Empty that out. Let's ink this up. There. Turquoise is my color. So that's why there's a lot of turquoise stuff that I make. And let's do some more of the bling. But you know what? Let's use this color. Just cut a bigger piece, and then this will get used on other things. This is that plastic backed one. I guess it's for ironing or something. I don't know. That requires me to iron. Although my mother did buy me one of those little small craft irons that I still have yet to use. Let me move that in. But I do have a project that I would like to use that on. I just bought some really pretty iron-ons at the Dollar Tree not too long ago. There. So there's my bling, and there's my clip. Okay, there's another one done. Let's add that to the pile. Have a couple more here. Let me get rid of some of these bits. I have 3 more already cut out. So once again, as a reminder, we have a 3x4, 3x6, 3x8, all cut in half. I mean, folded in half, folded in half. And I am going to give these more of a crease. And you know, some of my printables, I think I'm actually going to turn into tags for these. I'm not going to do it on camera. That might be a different video, actually. I want to do a bunch of videos using my printables. I have them. Let's use them. And then I'm doing a notch hole in the front and the back. And then let's ink all of this up. Once you have your papers cut and ready to roll, sort of like an assembly line like I'm doing, it's easy. It goes so quickly. And you can get a bunch done. Let's just glue it while we're going. You guys know the routine. Here. I don't do a lot with pinks, so that's why I'm trying to branch out, do some pink stuff. Typically my mother does the pink stuff. She's been working on a whole bunch of little tchotchkes for me. She can watch this video, make some of these too. All the little things I make for my journals I call tchotchkes. So let's glue this one in. So I'm going to be doing a show in September, and I'm going to be selling bagfuls of the tchotchkes. Well, not bagfuls, probably, I don't know, I'm thinking 4 to 5 per grab bag, and I'm thinking $10. I don't know, let me know what you think. You know, things like this, like 4 to 5 of them, which would make them only approximately $2 a piece. What do you think? I know people get like $10 per tchotchke, and I get it. I know the work that goes in them. I know the supplies that go in them. I'm promoting journaling at the event, and I'm going to have some journals for sale. And I thought it would be kind of fun to have some of the tchotchkes as well. So I would love some insight. So my mom's making a whole bunch of them, and we're going to put together the grab bags. And of course, I have a whole bunch too. All different themes. We're going to just put all themes together in one bag. I'm thinking of doing grab bags of stickers as well. I have a whole bunch of stickers, like a whole bunch of stickers. You know, like I have this one here. This one's mine because I think it's adorable. But you know, like these type of stickers, like a whole bunch of them. I don't know. What do you think? So there's that. Where's my clip? Let's do the clip on this one. And you know what? I'm not going to add one of my printables to this, but I am going to add just a piece of bling down the bottom. I think right there like that. The flower is kind of pretty on this. So let me know your insight. Do you do shows? Do you sell or do you have like a website, an Etsy site? What do you have? How do you sell your things? I know nobody likes to talk pricing. I will talk pricing. I'm thinking a grab bag for $10 of my tchotchkes. Let me know what you think. I could use the insight. Move on to this one. Once again, 3x4, 3x6, 3x8. So pricing to me is what's the hardest thing, because you know I do take my economy in, And just because I live in a place where things are not really cheap, I live in a tourist area, and the show is going to be in Portland, Maine. Things are not cheap in Portland, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to price gouge. So that's why I'm asking for insight. I mean, if it's too expensive, let me know. If it's too cheap, let me know. You know, that's fair too. Or if I don't need to include 4 and 5, maybe you think 3 for $10 is reasonable. I'm thinking the $10 price point. And I definitely want more than one in the package. You know, I want it to be a grab bag. It is going to be something that they can see. It's going to be in like a clear baggy kind of thing, because I want them to see some of the things. They're not going to be able to open it. I'm going to have it stapled, you know, with a header at the top of the bag. But just because I don't want to price gouge doesn't mean I want to price gouge myself. You know, like my mom is putting a lot of time, effort, supplies, as I am as well. I mean, I happen to make these goodies, and the majority of my tchotchkes are made on camera with you. And each one of my videos, let's see, how do I want this one? This way. Each one of my videos is 45 minutes to an hour-ish. Occasionally, I'll have like a 20-minute one or a half an hour one. I used to do probably 20 to 30-minute videos. My Sunday psychic predictions, I like to keep under 30 minutes. But my craft videos, I'm okay with having those be in the hour range. Now, that doesn't say that I got my display ones. Like, it took me time to cut all of these. It took me time to make my display one. It took me time to get my supplies out. Find my supplies. Not to mention sourcing your supplies. Nobody talks about that. When you have to drive 2 hours round trip to get to a craft store, that's sourcing your supplies that nobody takes into account. When you have to, even if I'm ordering it from Temu, if you think I sit there and I place an order in 10 minutes, I don't. It can take me quite a few days before I've actually found what I want, found what I need, found an appropriate price for it, and then made my purchase. That's time too. I mean, some of it's on me. I get all that. Some of it's fun, you know? Let's face it. But my Joann's is more than a half an hour away, and Joann's is going out of business. My Michael's is right near Joann's. So that's why I went to Michael's yesterday, so I can sort of scope out what do they have. I haven't been in there in quite a while, so I wanted to see what do they have versus what I'm losing at Joann's. You know what? I kind of like this one just the way it is too. Where's my clips are here. I'm going to do a paper clip on this one. And then my Hobby Lobby is almost an hour away each way. So you have to take all of that into account, I think, as well, because gas is not cheap. Not that I'm price gouging and adding all of that, but I'm just saying that's why I'm not selling everything for $1. You know, those days are long gone. And it's not a craft fair. It's a metaphysical fair. So people are coming in knowing, and it's a vetted metaphysical fair. So, you know, I've done this fair almost from the very, very beginning. And she has become a friend because I've been in this show. She used to come and teach and do events at my shop as well. So she's a very good friend that's hosting this. But it is a vetted show. Not everybody can just show up and be in the show. They wish. And I've had to prove myself. As you should. If you're going to be in a show, you should. My reputation is that I'm invited to this show and I'm speaking at the show. I think I like this side better. So when you're going to those type of shows, you know the quality that you're getting. And when I used to do craft fairs, I used to do the vetted craft fairs as well. You know, you have to send in pictures of your work. You have to, you know, or they would have seen you somewhere and invited you. Those are the type of shows I do now. I don't just do any old show. I did my local craft fair for years and years and years and years because it was a fundraiser for the local schools. But I haven't done that one in absolutely forever. And there was kind of like a group of us that were together for like 15, 20 years doing this show. And some of the people have passed away that, you know, used to be our neighbors at the show. That's how long we did it. My mom and I always do shows next to each other. And, you know, her health has changed that now I'm going to do the shows. And I have my friend Sarah that helps me. So if you've ever seen me at a show before, everybody knows Sarah. Sarah helps me at every single show now. And she's good. She's a very good help. She knows what she's doing. She knows what I need. All of it. I don't have to explain things. You know, which... Oh, I wasn't going to do the notch hole in that one. Oh well, I did. Let me just add a little bit more because I did that. I'm yakking away and I'm not thinking, you know what, we're going to color the whole thing. So it helps me that I have a really good trusted person that comes with me to all the shows. And her mom shows up. And, you know, if her mom needs to step in and help for 2 seconds, she does too. And my friend that's hosting the show, my friend Dee Dee, she sees that I get super busy and I need help for 2 seconds. Oh, I don't need to do the inside of that one. She sees I need help for 2 seconds. She'll do that too. I mean, she's running the show. She can't, like, help me all the time. But I get busy at shows. Some shows, I have 4 helpers. I don't do that show anymore. That's the big metaphysical show in Marlborough, Mass. I did that one for years. And I was a speaker at that one too. That's the big leagues. I will get back to that one. That one is very expensive to be in. Like, super expensive. Like, I would pay hundreds, well, it would cost me thousands of dollars, actually, to go to that show. Because I'd have to pay for my spot, I have to pay for the hotel room, plus all the people that were with me. That one cost me thousands. But it was well worth it. Well worth it. And I made thousands. I made my money back more than threefold at that show. And I had a shop at the time. So for me, it was beneficial if I had people that not only came to see me at the show, which was in Massachusetts, but would come and visit me at the shop, which was in Southern Maine. So to me, that was a success. And it happened. It happened a lot. So for me, that was a really good show. I don't have a shop anymore. Yes, I have an online website. But I just can't justify the money in this economy right now. Maybe when my decks come out and I have a lot of success with my decks, like I'm anticipating, that will be much more worthwhile and justified for me to go to that show. I'm going to trim this one down here. I love doing that show, though. And it was really cool to be a speaker. It was for Spirit of Change magazine. And now their magazine is an online magazine. It used to be... Oh, it's so thin. Oh, I hate that. Okay, I'll trim that. It used to be like an actual magazine that I would like hand out at my shop. Oh, I need to sharpen this. But now it's an online magazine, and they do a wonderful show, but it is very expensive to be at. It's a very expensive venue. I mean, I understand why they have the prices that they have. And people come from all over the country to participate in this show. It is a very big deal. And I miss it. It was a great show. Ugh. Yeah. I'll sharpen that. So you can sharpen your punches by doing tinfoil through the punch, and sometimes sanding paper. Okay, I'm going to do that. So anyways, those are my shows. So I'm definitely doing the Portland one, and that's, like I said, September. So if you're in the area and you want to go, let me know. I would love to connect with you. And I'm thinking, even though it's not too far, it's a lot of my body to go and set up and, you know, all that type of stuff. So I'm thinking I might stay over. I don't know. We shall see. I think I want to do this right there. Yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think my son is more looking forward to it. It's going to be his first time staying home alone. Now, my mom is right up the street. You know she's going to keep an eye on him. And he's totally trustworthy. I think I want to do one of these. So I'm not worried about him. And he'll be working too. I don't know. He might come up for a little bit and help me like drop stuff off. That type of thing. Oh my gosh, is that all of them? Oh, here I am yakking away and I got them all done. All right, let me show you what I have. So I have this one. Let me get the tags and I'll just show you. So this is the tag. This is a tag spot. And then this opens up to be a journaling spot. Now let me put this back on. So I have that one, that one, that one. Which clip do you like better? Do you like this or do you like the little paper clips better? This one. This one. I love this one. I think this one's my favorite, actually. This one. So, yeah, let's put some tickets and tags and all the goodies in this one. Yeah, this one's my favorite one. This is the one I'm going to put on the thumbnail. There. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, listening to me rant and rave. I would love to have some feedback on my pricing, all that type of stuff. And it's okay to be like, that's too expensive, or hey, I get more than that, or these are what my prices are. Like, that would be helpful. And frankly, I think it would be helpful for me and probably other people as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. If you're interested in my printables, they're on my website. I also have a free one. And I also have a free guided meditation on my website as well. My decks are going to be available for pre-order, oh my gosh, in like a week or so on my website. So check that out, elementalenergieswithchristiane.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care and be free.